Hey, Lex? 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 My brother's gone. What's up, everybody? Bat Tracy for Punk Rock Blues back again. This is DVD/Blu-ray/4K update number 77? I think this is number 77. Also, I know I have a cut right here, so you don't have to let me know about it. Also, my brother, he is not with me tonight. This is my first collection update by myself in a long time. Lex is in Minnesota, seeing Motion City Soundtrack in concert because they're on a reunion tour. We actually just saw them last night in Milwaukee, and now he's going to Minnesota to see them again tomorrow night. So he's seeing them, twice in the span of a weekend. Pretty cool, but I'm here alone doing this for yous. See how far away from the camera I am? I'm like, whoa! So yeah, we're gonna get right into it, because it's kind of late, and I'm doing this alone. Alright, so I'm gonna start off with the DVDs, and a lot of these are from Dollar Tree. All of them are from Dollar Tree except for two, which I'll mention. So first off, got Batman Unlimited Monster Mayhem. I got another Batman Unlimited like a year ago, and I kind of liked that one, so I was looking on the prowl for these, and I was glad to find this, because it was enjoyable. I like these. Pretty sure they only exist to sell a toy line. That's like the purpose of these, but the movies are pretty fun, so I love Batman, so. Next up, I got 3 BBC DVDs. Not gonna watch these, but I got them because why not? This is a Hammerhead, sharks, Hammerhead sharks. This one's called The Hunt, and I'm sure it's animals hunting other animals. And then this one's called Perfect Shark. So, 3 documentaries. Then I got The Boxcar Children Surprise Island. Dylan Flickinger, I know you got this at Dollar Tree. I haven't watched this one yet, though I am going to, because as a kid, in like kindergarten or first grade, I was super into The Boxcar Children. I remember reading them like with my mom. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this. I've heard it's not very good though, or at least the animation's terrible. Also, for some reason, it came with a bookmark. Ain't that cool? So next up, I got Duck Dynasty Season 1. I remember watching this when it premiered, and it's pretty funny, but I don't like these people very much. Like, as people. It's pretty funny, but I don't like them. But for $1, I'll buy anything. Next, this was one I actually watched on Netflix, and it's so-so. I don't think it's very good. This is Freddy. It's about a kid who finds a robot who can do stuff. I don't remember what Freddy stands for. It's got Alfred Molina in it. He was okay. He's the bad guy. Otherwise, this was just kind of fine. But, like I said, I'll buy anything for $1. Alright, so these next two, my parents actually got me when they were on their cruise or down in Florida or something. I don't remember. This one's called Odd Jobs with Paul Reiser and Robert Townsend. Never even heard of it. I haven't watched it yet because they just got it for me. So I'll watch this eventually. Also, is Robert Townsend the guy from The Who? Or am I thinking of Pete Townsend? Let me know. And then they got me Volume 2 of Power Rangers Zeo. We previously had Power Rangers Zeo Volume 1, so that was super cool that they found this. It's the last 25 episodes of Power Rangers Zeo. I'm a big Power Rangers fan, if you didn't know. And then last up for the DVDs, this is another one from Dollar Tree. I haven't watched this one yet either. This one's called Time Slingers, and it looks pretty goofy, because it's like a cowboy with a gun, and there's UFOs behind him, and then there's like a weird alien on the back, who looks like a Larigo from Turbo Power Rangers movie. Launching into the Blu-rays, that was a weird thing to say. Starting up with Arctic Dogs. This, I remember when the trailer came out for this, and I went, that looks bad. And then it came out, and the reviews were like, it's bad. And it was in theaters for like a week, and then it came out on Blu-ray, and I bought it, and you know what? It's pretty bad. It's so generic. It's such a generic animated movie. It's not funny. It's not interesting. The voice cast is pretty subpar. They got Jeremy Renner, Heidi Klum, James Franco, John Cleese, Omar Sy, Michael Madsen, Laurie Holden, Angelica Houston, and Alec Baldwin. So, that's a pretty good cast. They don't do anything with them. It's pretty boring and bland. It's a pretty bad animated movie. Next up, got Babe, the first Babe. This, I haven't watched it since I was a kid. I haven't watched it. I'm going to wait till I get the sequel, and I'm going to watch both of them, because then I do Stardust. That's how I do things. So, but yeah, so I haven't watched this one, but I've seen it before when I was a kid, and I really like Babe. I love Babe. Both of them I remember being just really good. Second one's directed by George Miller. He only produced the first one. This one was directed by Chris Noonan. But, yeah, it's got James Cromwell in it. He's the farmer from Babe. That's what I always say. So, I like Babe. Bad Boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when Bad Boys 2 comes for you? Because Bad Boys 2 is bad. Yeah, so Bad Boys 3 came out this year. I didn't see it in theaters. I'm just waiting for the Blu-ray. But I was like, oh, I gotta watch Bad Boys again. Even though I know I fucking hate Bad Boys 2. Bad Boys, it's fine. It's really generic and bland, and I don't think it's very funny, but it's fun, I guess. Bad Boys 2 is awful. I think Bad Boys 2 is a really, really bad movie. I genuinely hate it. I remember seeing it when I was like 10 and being like, wow, that was really bad. And, you know, you like everything when you're a kid. So, Bad Boys 2 sucks. I hate it so much. It's so terribly unfunny. It's mean-spirited to all its characters. It's super homophobic and misogynistic and just like... It's 2 hours and 47 minutes of just witless banter and explosion after explosion. I hate Bad Boys 2. Supposedly the third one is really good, so I'm excited to watch that. But fuck Bad Boys 2. I really don't like that movie. I shouldn't have even rewatched it. And for some goddamn reason, I just put myself through rewatching the Transformers series. Because I had only seen the first three with Sam Witwicky. I'd never seen 4 and 5 with fucking Mark Wahlberg. So I watched all of them. And you know what? The first one is fine. It's passable. I don't really like it, but it's fine. And then all 4 of the others are just fucking awful. I really dislike the Transformers movies. It's baffling to me that it took a decade to get Bumblebee, which is the first good Transformers movie, in my opinion. And also, how the fuck do they get such big name actors in the Transformers movies? Like Anthony Hopkins, he's an award-winning actor. He was fucking Hannibal Lecter, and he's in Transformers 5, and his performance is awful. He's just laughably bad in that. Like, man, how do they... It's the Tooch! Stanley Tucci was in 4 and 5. How the hell did they get the Tooch in those? It's baffling. John Malkovich was in the third one. It's like, what the fuck, man? Also, did anyone watch Michael Bay's new movie on Netflix, Six Underground? I didn't really like that one either. I thought that was pretty bad too. I don't like very many Michael Bay movies, if any at all. People always say The Rock is really good. I haven't seen The Rock yet. Maybe I'll watch that one day. People are like, oh, Armageddon. No, Armageddon fucking sucked. Next up, this was a Steven Spielberg movie I had never seen before. It's Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This was great. 5 stars. This is like... It's like the horror version of E.T. Because it's like aliens come, but then they're like not friendly and whatnot, and people don't really know what's up and stuff. But then like E.T. a few years later is like, oh, aliens come and they're friendly. Like it's just like it's like 2 different movies with the same premise that Spielberg was like, I'm tackling both ends of this one. It was super interesting. I really liked this movie. I gave 5 stars in my review on Stardust because I really enjoyed this one. Upgrade. I got Deep Blue Sea. Had it on DVD. I got it on Blu-ray. Our DVD was one of the clip cases. Fuck clip cases. Those were stupid. Yeah. I love this movie. This is probably like my second favorite shark movie behind Jaws, because Jaws is the greatest movie ever made. I don't need to say much. Remember the bit where fucking Michael Rappaport gets bit in half? That's pretty good. Remember the bit where Samuel Jackson gets bit in half? That's pretty good. Remember the bit where the shark eats the bird? That's pretty good. I like this movie. Next up, this is one of the best movies of 2019. Oh my god. Speaking of which, we still have to do our best and worst movies of 2019 list. My brother's been super slacking on that. We'll get that done. Don't you worry. But this was one of the best movies of 2019. This is Ford v Ferrari. 5 stars. This was incredible. I really, really liked this. Matt Damon and Christian Bale both give really good performances in this one, and I'm a little bit of a Cars guy, so I really enjoyed the Cars aspect of this movie, and it was just a really cool story that I didn't know anything about, and it was super interesting. I really liked the characters and the cast, and it just, the pacing of it and everything, and I dropped it. And of course, it's directed by James Mangold. He does some really good work. I really like Logan. He directed The Wolverine. And I know he also directed 3:10 to Yuma. That one's like top of my list of like movies I really want to see that I'll get to eventually. Next up, this is probably Robin Williams' most known movie. This is like the one people always talk about. Good Morning Vietnam. I had never seen this before, believe it or not, so I got it and I watched it. And you know what? It's pretty good. I don't think it's like amazing. It's, I think, 4 stars, which is pretty good. Yeah, I don't know why people are like, oh, it's his greatest performance ever and the best movie of his career and stuff. I'm like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I didn't think it was like super funny. I don't know. Maybe just the humor wasn't for me. I don't know. It's just like a lot of radio talk. I don't know. Maybe I don't get it. And next up, this is another one I haven't gotten to yet. There's only a few in this update that I haven't watched. I watched almost everything in this collection update, but I haven't got around to this one yet. It's Guardians. This is I think it's a Russian superhero movie that came out in 2017. Yeah, it's just about a team of superheroes called the Guardians, and I haven't watched it yet, but it's during the Cold War. Secret organization Patriot created an elite squad of superheroes to defend the Soviet Union from threats far beyond the capabilities of mortal men. Whew. They got Lur, the man who can move mountains, which I'm guessing is him. Khan, a blade master so fast you'll never see him coming. I think that's him. Xenia, the martial artist with the grace and fluidity of water, which I think is her. And then Ursus, a massive werebear with a deadly minigun, which is him. So, yeah. Next up is Hail Caesar. It's written and directed by the Coen brothers, also produced by them. And you know what? This is the first ever Coen brothers movie that I've seen that I didn't like. I just didn't like it. I don't know what it was. It's so weird. I like everything the Coen brothers have ever made, and I just did not enjoy this one. Has a critic score on Rotten Tomatoes of like 90%, like pretty high, but then like the audience score is way lower, like 40%. And this is one movie where I agree with the audience score. I didn't think it was very good. Like the performances are pretty good, but it's just a boring ass movie with an uninteresting storyline and a lot of scenes that just feel jumbled and not connected in any way. I don't know. I didn't like it. George Clooney's supposed to be like the glue that holds the movie together, like his character, and just none of it just felt forced. I don't know. I didn't like this one. Josh Brolin plays like a Hollywood fixer in the golden age, like the 40s and 50s of Hollywood, and he's just like a studio guy who has to go around fixing problems for a day. I didn't like it. Have you seen this? Let me know your thoughts below, because I'm definitely interested. Did you like this? Because I'm shocked I didn't. Dunna, 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 dunna. It's Jaws. Jaws 2. Slowly getting all the Jaws movies. I've seen them all. And Jaws, like I said previously in this video, is the greatest movie ever made, in my humble opinion. But all the sequels suck. This is probably the best sequel, because it's the second one, and it's like... This one's not even very good, but at least they got Roy Scheider back. Jaws 2 sucks. They all suck. Except for Jaws. Jaws 4 The Revenge, though, that's so bad it's good. Because the shark fucking roars, and Michael Caine's in it, and the shark follows them from fucking, like, New York to the Bahamas, and the shark's the son of the other shark, and has a telepathic link with the fucking wife of Roy Scheider. It's a terrible fucking movie. I'm gonna do a Drunk Explained of it sometime. Jaws 2. Next up is a better animal attack movie, way better than Jaws 2. This is Lake Placid with Bill Pullman, Bridget Fonda, and Oliver Platt. What is Oliver Platt up to recently? I don't think... He was like a guy in the 90s. Like, he only acted in the 90s and he just stopped. Like, I haven't seen him in anything ever besides 90s stuff. It's weird. Anyone know what happened to him? Yeah, Lake Placid. This is a movie I've loved ever since I was a kid. I think it's one of the better, like, alligator attack movies out there. I think it's really fun. And Bill Pullman's really great in it. And I do like Oliver Platt in this movie. Apparently Oliver Platt is in X-Men First Class. Don't remember him in that. I only saw it the once, though, because I don't like those movies. And this is a Scream Factory release, though it didn't come with a slipcover. I'm kind of shocked. I wonder if there is a slipcover for it. I might have to search online, maybe eBay or something, because if there is one, I really want it for this. Upgrade. Oh, technically Lake Placid was an upgrade too, but upgrade. Got the Lego movie on Blu-ray, had it on DVD previously, but got the Blu-ray. This is a 5-star movie. This one's really good. Also, the sequel was really good. Did people see the sequel? It's pretty good. Both of these are really good. Also, the Lego Batman movie is really good. I didn't see the Ninjago one. Is that good? Next up, this one I haven't watched yet, but I'm going to get to it soon, because from every person I've ever heard, it's amazing and super captivating, and like the performances are incredible and everything. Like, it's one of the best of the year. This is The Lighthouse with Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. I just haven't got around to it, so I'll watch it and let you guys know. But I've heard it's an incredible movie, so I'm really excited for it. Also, Robert Pattinson's Batman suit got revealed. What do people think of it? I absolutely love it. I am super pumped for this movie. The bat suit looks incredible. Robert Pattinson is going to nail it as Batman. Rob-Bat, Bat and Bat, that's his nickname. Use it around everybody you know. It's from the Weekly Planet. Rob-Bat, Bat and Bat. That's his nickname. So, yeah, he's going to do amazing, and this movie's going to be just so good. I'm really excited for the Batman. Also, The Lighthouse. Speaking of the Batman, which is a superhero, this is another superhero movie! It's The Mask with Jim Carrey. Believe it or not, we never even had this on DVD. Like, I thought this would be like an upgrade, so I went to like get our DVD copy to get rid of, you know, so I have the Blu-ray copy. And we didn't even own this on DVD. I was baffled, shocked. We have The Son of the Mask, but we don't own this on DVD. It was crazy. So, yeah, I got The Mask. I love The Mask. It's a great movie. It's one of Jim Carrey's best, right? Upgrade! We had this one on DVD. This was Minions. I had never seen this before. I remember it was on Netflix a couple years ago and I was going to watch it and I never did. It's fine. I've only ever seen Despicable Me. I've never seen 2 or 3. And so I'm not like super into this franchise or anything. But this one I just saw was kind of fine. It's really kind of just 3 stars. It's fine. There's not like there's some parts where I was like, oh, that's genuinely funny. But then most of it I was just like, oh, okay. Alright, yeah. So, I don't know. People like the Minions? They're super popular, it seems. Isn't there a new one coming out? I don't know. Next up, this was one, I didn't see it in theaters, and apparently no one did. It had a budget of $100 million, and it made $26 million in box office. That's really bad. It's a huge box office bomb. But it got incredible reviews, and it got nominated at the Academy Awards, apparently. Super cool about that, as I'm glad to see people are liking it, because it's really good. This is Missing Link from Leica Studios, which they've done like Kubo and the 2 Strings, they did Paranorman, they did The Box Trolls, a couple other things, I think. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought this was absolutely just fucking dynamite, hilarious, really heartfelt, just super fun and funny. Just a great pacing and just super vibrant and colorful. I really liked the look of it and just everything about this. I really enjoyed this movie. Like, this was so good. Like, I'm giving this a 5-star review. Like, I really enjoyed this one. It's basically just like Hugh Jackman plays like an adventurer who's trying to join like an adventurer club or something, but they're like, no, because you're not real or whatever. So he goes to try and find Bigfoot, and he does, but then Bigfoot's like, or the Sasquatch, sorry. He's like all alone. He's like, oh, I'm trying to get to my family. My cousin's the Yeti in the Himalayas. And so it's like they kind of become friends on their journey to try and get to the Himalayas to see if they can find the Yeti. And like I said, it's super heartfelt and just really good. Zoe Saldana plays her, who, I can't remember her character name, but she's like the widow of one of Hugh Jackman's characters, like ex-friends, who's dead now. And then Zach Galifianakis plays the Sasquatch. And Nobody saw this in theaters, but you should go out of your way to see this because I think it's one of the best of 2019. Probably the best animated movie I saw in 2019. Toy Story 4 was really good, but I really liked this, so it's between those two, I think. Upgrade. Had this on DVD. I haven't watched it in probably like 10 years, so I'm going to do a rewatch of this. I just haven't got around to it. This is Mr. Brooks with Kevin Costner, Demi Moore, and Dane Cook. Also William Hurt's in it, apparently. But this is basically just about like a guy who, it's kind of like American Psycho, where it's like a guy who has a really good job, but he's also a serial killer. He's got like a wife and kids and stuff, but he's also a serial killer. And Dane Cook is like a guy who's like, hey, I want to become a serial killer too, and they kind of like work together. And I can spoil this because it's old. There's a really gnarly scene where like Dane Cook's like trying to blackmail Kevin Costner, and he's like, I'll go to the police and tell on you or whatever, and Kevin Costner takes a shovel and slits Dane Cook across the throat. It looks really cool. I always remember that scene vividly. Yeah, I'm going to rewatch this one because I'm excited to see it, but I haven't got around to it. Upgrade! Had this on DVD. I watched the first two on Netflix. They didn't have the third on Netflix, so I was like, I'm going to go buy the Blu-ray and watch the third. This is the Naked Gun trilogy. I had never seen these before, so I was really excited to. And then the first one was a 5-star movie. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I really loved it, so I was like, I'm going to keep going. And then they didn't have the third on Netflix, so I was like, fuck, I got to buy this now. I really liked this series. I thought they were super, super funny. I really like Leslie Nielsen as an actor, especially in like these parody movies. Also, he's in Forbidden Planet from 1956. Very good sci-fi movie. It's kind of like the first really good sci-fi movie where you can tell it like inspired like Alien and like a bunch of different things that came later. That's a really good old movie. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. But The Naked Gun, holy shit, these were absolutely hilarious. Really liked it. I think if I had to rank them, it'd probably be 1, 3, and then 2. I guess technically 1, 33 and a third, and then 2.5. That's how I'd rate them. Next up, this is a movie I'd never even heard of before Mill Creek released it. This is one of the VHS slipcover types. This is The New Kids. It's directed by Sean S. Cunningham, who is the director of the first Friday the 13th. So I was kind of like, ooh, is this going to be anything? Not really. It's pretty dumb. I like the direction of it from Sean S. Cunningham. Like, his direction of the movie is really good. I do like his work, especially Friday the 13th. That's a good movie. The story of this is so bland and just boring. It's these two kids, they're the new kids in town. They just moved there. James Spader's a fucking dickhead, and he's trying to, like, get a date with the girl, who's played by Lori Loughlin, who's fucking in prison now or whatever. Because she fucked herself over. James Spader's trying to date her, get her to go to a dance or something, and she's like, no, I don't want to go with you. So then he starts like tormenting them, and then he's like, this is super old, so I can spoil it. Well, then he like kidnaps her at the dance, and he's gonna rape her, but then he's like just pours gasoline over her, and he's gonna burn her alive and all this crazy shit. And then the brother shows up, and then there's like a big fist fight at a carnival at the end, and it's the only part of the movie I would say that's worth watching is the fist fight at the end, because it's so dumb and silly, but the movie's not very good. Next up, Upgrade, technically. We had this on DVD. I had never seen it. This is another Coen Brothers movie. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? 5 stars right off the bat. This was amazing. Super, super funny. Absolutely hilarious. I didn't even really know the plot of it, but it's about like 3 guys who escape from a chain gang. Like a prison chain gang, and they go on an adventure, like a road trip, basically, where they just meet a bunch of wacky characters, and it is so fucking good. I absolutely loved this movie so much. Coen Brothers, everything they make is great, except for Hail Caesar, apparently. I didn't like that one, but everything else they make is really, really good. This is one of my new favorites by them, and they have so many of their movies. Like, so many of their movies are so hard to rank, because I'm like, True Grit's fucking amazing. Fargo's amazing. Raising Arizona's amazing. Big Lebowski's amazing. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou's amazing. No Country for Old Men's amazing. Buster Scruggs is amazing. They have so many really, really, really good movies that it's just like, it's hard to pick a favorite. Next up, these are both upgrades technically. I've never seen any of this series. You got Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. I think that's the first one. And then Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. That's number 2. Yeah, I've never seen any of these. We had them on DVD. I'm going to get all 5 and then watch that whole series like I do. I wait till I get all of the movie series and I watch all of them like in a row. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to get all these because I've never seen any Pirates of the Caribbean ever. Next up, got Playing with Fire with John Cena, Keegan-Michael Key, and John Leguizamo. And this got terrible reviews when it came out. You know what? It's pretty bad. It's got its moments, and it's trying to be funny and good, but it's no good. It's pretty bad. It's not like a 1 star. I'd give it 2 stars because it's pretty bad, but like if I had to, I'd watch it again, you know? John Cena's not even very funny in it, and he pretty much nails it with comedy. Like, I think his comedy appearances are really good, but he's nothing in this one. No good. Also, is this his first, like, starring role in a, like, big-budget movie? I don't know, I'd have to look it up. It's not a very good movie. I wouldn't even show this to my kids if I had them. Like, it's really dumb. Upgrade. We had this on DVD. Actually, I'm keeping our DVD copy because it's like a steel tin, like, matchbox type, like a lighter can type case. It's also, I would pull it out, but it's like I put it away. I don't want to dig for it. Otherwise, I'd show it off. I'm pretty sure it's been in a past video or something, but I don't know. So this is Reservoir Dogs, Quentin Tarantino's first directorial debut. His first directorial debut, because, you know, you can have a second directorial debut. It's okay. This is a great movie. It's probably my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. I really, really enjoy Inglourious Basterds. It's either this or Inglourious Basterds are my favorite, then like Pulp Fiction would be second. A lot of his movies I don't like. I really didn't like Kill Bill. I hated Django. Jackie Brown's really good. I do like Jackie Brown. I haven't seen Grindhouse. I probably won't watch Hateful Eight because it looks terribly boring. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was pretty good though. Yeah. Reservoir Dogs. You've all seen it. Upgrade. Had this one on DVD. It's a great movie. You've all probably heard of it. It's Snakes on a Plane with Samuel L. Jackson. He's had it with these motherfucking snakes on his motherfucking plane. He's Samuel L. Jackson. It's great. It's really good. It's a great movie. Go see it. Yeah. Upgrade. Another one we had on DVD. So I Married an Axe Murderer. This is a Mike Myers comedy with Nancy Travis is his love interest. I know her. I think she was Bill Engvall's wife on the Bill Engvall Show, which aired on TBS in like the mid-2000s. I'll fact check that while editing, but I'll put it here if I'm wrong. That's what I think she's from. But yeah, I really like this movie actually. I think it's super funny and it's really dated. Like, it's such a 90s movie, but I still really like it. Also a big fan of Mike Myers. I really enjoy his work. It's so good. Behind Wayne's World is probably my favorite Mike Myers role. It's just so fun. I really like his like slam poetry that he does where he's like, "Whoa, man. Whoa, man."
Woman. Whoa, man. Whoa, man.
Like, it's just so funny. Check this one out if you've never seen it. Next up, this is one my dad wanted me to see for a very long time. I just watched Captain Phillips. Felt perfect to go into this one next. This is Sully with Tom Hanks. Aaron Eckhart's also in this one. And, you know, he plays Captain Sully where he lands the fucking plane on the Hudson. It's directed by Clint Eastwood. This was a really good movie. I don't think it's a 5-star movie. I'm going to give it 5 stars. It's really, really good. I don't think it's as good as Captain Phillips, though. I remember, like, it's crazy. I remember both of those, like, both Captain Phillips and Sully happening live, like, in my lifetime. And so it's like, I remember watching on the news, so like, is the movie going to interest me? No, they're both really good movies. They're both more about the performance of Tom Hanks, though, than anything. Because it's like, I already know the story, so it's just like, let's watch Tom Hanks do some great acting. And in both of them, he's really good, though I think Captain Phillips is just a very captivating performance from Tom Hanks. This is really really good, but I just don't think it's as good as Captain Phillips. Some of the plane crash sequences, the CGI is a little bit wonky, which I'm sure this didn't have like a huge budget or anything. Like, it's not a like nitpick or anything. I'm just saying it's a little bit janky looking. So next up, this is really cool. I haven't had the chance to watch any of this on DC Universe or since I've gotten the Blu-ray, but this is Swamp Thing, the complete series. It was originally supposed to be 13 episodes. They cut it down to 10. Then they were like, hey, you're canceled after the first episode. It's only the 1 season, 10 episodes, but I'm super excited to see this. I actually just started reading the original Swamp Thing comic book from 1972 by Len Wein, literally last night on DC Universe, because I'm like, I want to prepare, I want to know a little bit about Swamp Thing before I go right into the show. So I'm super excited to check this out. I've been really enjoying the DC Universe shows that they've been putting out. Like, Titan Season 1 was really good. Doom Patrol Season 1 was really good. I haven't seen Titan Season 2, and I haven't watched Harley Quinn yet, but I've heard Harley Quinn is really good from a coworker of mine, Ross. Young Justice Season 3 was great, so that's everything on DC Universe. Yeah. Next up, this is one I recently watched on Netflix, and I didn't like it very much. It's Swordfish. The only reason I got it for $1, I think, at St. Vinny's or something like that. But the Blu-ray on Amazon's super pricey, because I think this is an out-of-print Blu-ray. Don't quote me on that, because I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's out of print. But yeah, it's John Travolta, Hugh Jackman, Halle Berry, Don Cheadle. Just, you know, computer hackers. And a lot of this movie is just watching Hugh Jackman type into a screen. It's very boring. The slow-mo in this movie, I remember they always used it on, like, the old ads for DVD, like showing, oh, DVD, you can pause movies and slow-mo and all that. And yeah, I remember they always showing this one. Also, this movie is, the only reason it's so well known or well regarded is because Halle Berry shows her tits, which, they're on screen for a second. Who cares? Who cares? I hate nudity in movies. Ugh, get it out of here. Also, she got $1 million to show her tits in this movie, so kudos to her. You know, good for her. She got a nice paycheck for doing something that's literally on screen for a second. Alright, next up, I'm super excited to talk about these. I finally watched Terminator. I've seen every Terminator movie, all 6 of them now, because I finally got the Terminator, the first one. Previously I had Terminator 2, 3, and 4. So then I also got Terminator 5, which is Genisys, and then I got Terminator 6, which is Dark Fate. This is the newest. Terminator. Wow. Wow-wee-wah. How did I go so long without seeing this franchise? I think, besides James Bond, this is the last, like, major franchise that I had left to see. And I've seen all of it now. And it's just like, wow. It's crazy. There's 6 movies. They hit all 5 stars. Because The Terminator, 5-star movie. This is more of like a low-budget type horror movie where like the Terminator's from the future and he's out to kill Sarah Connor. I almost said Laura Connor, but Laura is the actor's name. That's Linda Hamilton. It's not even Laura. Oh my god. Anyway, because like the Terminator's just out to kill Sarah Connor, so it's more of like a horror film, but still really, really good. Then the Terminator 2 is more like straight up sci-fi movie, and that's a 5-star movie. Like, I think that's even better than the Terminator. That's like, I just watched Terminator 2 maybe 2 weeks ago. It's probably in my top 50 favorite movies now. Like, I would bump that onto the list. It's so good. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like, just wow. Really, really good. Really enjoyed that. Then Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, that's a 3-star movie, where it's just kind of, it's fine. I don't think it's very good, I don't think it's very bad, it's just so generic, and the plot is very thin. Arnold's pretty good, but not very good. It's just fine. Then Terminator 4, Salvation. That's fucking terrible. What a terrible ass movie. Just 1 star. Salvation is 1 star. That's a terrible movie. Only good thing about it is the Christian Bale rant.
I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. You know, shut up for a second, alright? I'm gonna go. Do you want me to go fucking trash your lights?
Then Terminator 5, Terminator Genisys. This is a 2-star movie because it's super bad, but it's not terrible as Terminator Salvation, which is just the worst. So Terminator Genisys, 2 stars, because it's got some silly moments. Then Terminator Dark Fate, this is the 2019 one. I think this is a 4-star movie because it's pretty good. Doesn't hit the highs of like Terminator 2, but it's pretty good, and as a sequel to Terminator 2, I think it really works well, and I actually really enjoyed the cast and everything about this. You know, there's everybody saying, oh, get woke, go broke, because it didn't do very good, and people were like hating on the internet about it, but I think this was pretty good, and it's a nice cap-off to the series, because I don't think this franchise will continue, so if it does end, I'm glad I've seen all of them, and I'm glad it ended with this, because this is a pretty good one to go out on, because this one's really bad. Alright, we're on to the final stretch here. Whew. Next up, this is Tombstone. I had this recommended to me by James Bollinger. James, thank you. Genuinely, thank you for recommending this. This is probably one that would have always slipped under my radar, which I probably wouldn't have checked it out unless someone recommended it to me. So thank you very much for recommending me this, because it's phenomenal. This is a 5-star movie. Like I said with Terminator 2, where I'm like, this would be included on my favorite movies. Tombstone is probably one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's very, very good. Just a great, great movie with some of the best performances I've ever seen. Kurt Russell, very good in this. Sam Elliott, he's perfect in everything. Literally, can there be a bad Sam Elliott performance? I genuinely don't think so. He's great in everything. Val Kilmer, though. Specifically, Val Kilmer. His performance in this, James, I know you agree with me because we talked about this on Instagram. Val Kilmer is perfect in this. His performance is absolutely just amazing. One of the best I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of movies. He's just very good. Like, he's playing like a sick character the entire movie, and just, he looks so sickly. Like, genuinely, the whole movie, he just looks like he could drop dead at any point. It's insane. I don't know how he did it. Maybe he got really sick to do this role. Who knows? He's very good. This is a very, very good movie. Check this out if you've never seen it. It's genuinely really good with a great cast. It's got like Powers Booth and Michael Biehn in it. Sam Elliott, like I said. Fucking Bill Paxton's in it. Michael Rooker shows up out of nowhere. Charlton Heston's in it. Billy Zane. Billy Bob Thornton's in it out of nowhere. Like, just some really, really good people are in this one. I know there's another actor that popped up for just like a small role. And Thomas Hayden Church. He pops up in this just out of nowhere. Small role. I was like, whoa, that's awesome. Tombstone. Great movie. Also, Thomas Hayden Church. He was in Sideways. That's another really good movie. Next up, this is another from Mill Creek. This is Vice Versa with Fred Savage and Judge Reinhold, and also Swoosie Kurtz, who I didn't know who she was until I saw her, and I was like, oh, Swoosie Kurtz, that's a perfect name for this actress. She's in a lot of things. Vice Versa, this is basically Freaky Friday. It's a dad and his son, they switch bodies, and, you know, the dad's gotta go to school in the kid's body, but the kid's gotta go to work in the dad's body. It's a whole to-do. I thought this one was pretty fun. I don't think it's like outstanding, but I thought it was pretty good, and it was kind of funny being like, oh, it's just Freaky Friday but with boys. Next up, got Weed Season 4. Found this one at St. Vinny's, I think, for like $4 maybe. I don't remember, but I think we have seasons 2 and 3, so season 4, why not? Still don't have season 1 yet, but you know, we buy TV shows in random orders, so Weeds. Also, I stopped watching after season 4, because I did not like the plot of it. It just got so silly. I don't know. Next up, this is an upgrade. We had it on DVD, and this is a personal favorite of mine from when I was a child. I watched this maybe 100 times. It's Wild America with Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Devin Sawa, and Scott Bairstow. Scott Bairstow, he's a rapist now. He raped somebody, so fuck that guy. But this movie's still great. I absolutely love it. I watched it again. Brought back so much nostalgia for me because I really, really love this movie where it's the Stover brothers going to videotape animals, and it's so much fun. Devin Sawa, I've seen almost everything he's ever been in. I really like him. He's like my heartthrob of the 90s. He's my teen idol, if you will. Little Giants, Casper, Wild America, Idle Hands. I love him. He's great in this. Go check it out. Next up, this is an upgrade. Had it on DVD. Got Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Directed by Kevin Smith. I don't think it was written by him, though. Oh, it was. Written and directed by Kevin Smith. I didn't know that. Huh. Yeah. I actually like this movie. I think it's pretty funny. Seth Rogen and Kevin Smith finally teamed up for the first time. This is also when Kevin Smith started smoking pot. I don't think it's one of Kevin Smith's best movies, but it's really hard for me to hate a Kevin Smith movie. I genuinely don't think there's any I really don't like. Like, Jersey Girl's one of his worst, and I even kind of like that one. Yoga Hosers isn't very good. I like that one. I enjoyed Tusk. And Kevin Smith, he's just one of those filmmakers where I really enjoy his work. I like him as a person. I like his work ethic, and I like his personality, and he's into the same kind of things that I'm into. It's just really hard for me to hate on Kevin Smith. So I do really enjoy this movie, actually. And then last up, adding 2 more movies to this series that I have 20 more movies to buy. This is James Bond. I got GoldenEye with Pierce Brosnan. It's one of his movies. And then I got Quantum of Solace. It's another of the Daniel Craig's. Which one is it? Maybe the 3rd or the 4th or the 5th. Who knows? I don't know the order of them, but got 2 more James Bonds. Gonna continue that, and then I have 25 fucking movies to watch in a row. Can you believe that shit? My god. The only one I've ever seen is Casino Royale, the 2006 one, which is very good, so. This is the end where we do an outro. This is the end of the video. That's... So I think I forgot to mention all the digital codes. So the ones that we have, got Arctic Dogs, Bad Boys 1 and 2, Batman Unlimited. We got 2 copies of the Boxcar Children, so 2 people can win that one. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Ford v Ferrari, Hail Caesar, The Lighthouse, Minions, Missing Link, Playing with Fire, Reservoir Dogs, Swamp Thing Season 1, The Terminator, Terminator Genisys, Terminator Dark Fate, GoldenEye, and Quantum of Solace. Those are all the codes we have available for you to enter. As always, I've been Bat Tracy, your gracious host for this episode without my brother here. As always, you can follow me on everything, Instagram, Twitter, and Stardust, BatTracy01. Hit me up there if you want to talk about movies or comics or anything. My brother, who usually stands here, he is Straight Edge Atheist Jerk on Instagram and Idiot Doll on Twitter. You can follow the channel as a collective at Punk Rock Blues on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube. And then you can go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/punkrockblues, where if you donate $1 or more, you can be in the credits of our video. And then gonna have, we post regular, we've been posting more videos there early, at least not collection updates, but everything else we're posting early on Patreon. You get cool other stuff. Think about donating to us, if you want. You don't have to. No pressure. No pressure. But yeah, I'm gonna end it. So thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up. I forgot to say that. So thank you.